What's the deal? What's the deal? Go lay down. Go. Go. Bye. Go. Go. All right. We finna jump right into this, man. For the whole show.
As you know from the intro, you heard Wack has been claiming he doesn't know Fatman with that.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to the homegirl. All right. A little light. Feel like that be a little bit lower. All right. All right. I feel like that's. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's better. My bad, y'all. I had to set my light up. I feel like it make me make me crisp and make me sharp. I like this light. I like this light. All right, let me get my little. Usually, right, remember my drink. All right, let's jump into this Contiano. Finish slide right into this Contiano, man. The homegirl Henny got some things to say. They saying that this boy Wack has been stealing money from the church. This nigga Wack ain't got no boundaries, boy. Let's get into this content. That girl Henny. Yeah. Like,
This video and this content are operated by and protected underneath the guides of the Fair Use Act. It will be used for reporting, commentary, but most importantly, my review. So, hey, YouTube, and anybody who gets butthurt, do not come copyright striking my channel. Also, everything in this video is alleged according to what is known in public documents. And we aren't stating it as a fact because we weren't there, so we don't know what really happened. What's popping, everybody? It's your favorite Dots and Dr. That girl, Henny. And today, I'm going to be taking y'all back down a little stroll of memory lane. Way back to when I pulled this document for this court case, way back when. When did I pull this court document? 2 years ago.
okay.
For 2 years, this video has been up on my page, but it hasn't been picked up, and that's okay because since Adam and Wack's show aired on Sunday, I have decided that I was going to get back on Wack's neck. And the reason for this is because he is a shady, shisty businessman. Because of his shady, shisty businessman ways, we're going to be going through all of Wack's dealings all week long, breaking down every case.
Oh, it's Whack Week on Henny. Okay.
Every court doc, I should say, I have read over the course of these past 2 years. Now, as you know from the intro, you heard Wack has been claiming he doesn't know me. And it's true, he doesn't know me, but he has heard of me and he does know of me. Because I've been standing on his neck for about 2 years. Now, I took a break, but now I'm back with the jump off. Hey, but now I'm back.
Nene, what's up, babe?
And we're going to be going down into these court docs about Wack defrauding a church. Dun, dun, dun.
Now, real quick, before Henny tells this story, let me give y'all my story about Wack in his church. And I know she's not lying. I just hit Henny up on Instagram the other day, like, nigga, you know about the church? So, and is ignoring folds while mugging. I have no idea what that means. So look, maybe about during the pandemic, during the pandemic, WACK had a homie named Vince. Vince a flu flammer, skulldugger, and a larcener. How do I know that Vince a flu flammer, skulldugger, and a larcener? Because Vince flu flammed me. I was a victim of the flu flam. It's all right. Players fuck up. Players fuck up. But Vince flu flam me. So Vince does have ties to the entertainment industry. Vince does have ties to record labels and things like this. Jason Marshall, what's the deal, fool? Jason Marshall, you might remember this. You might remember this. So this nigga Vince is Wax homie. You feel me? Vince played me out of a little like $3,000-$4,000. It wasn't nothing crazy, but it was my chili though. But it was my chili though. And how he got me out the chili was we met on Clubhouse, and then Vince would go from LA to Atlanta. And then he knew some of the same people who I knew in Atlanta, but I never asked the people who I knew how they knew him. I never asked that question. They just said that they knew him, and I was like, all right, whatever. And I'm moving fast. I'm making money. I'm doing what I'm doing. So I ain't really worried about too much of nothing anyway. Short story shorter, Vince has me meet him at his Buckhead office. This nigga such a flu flammer. He rented a peer space to have a meeting. He rented a peer space. He rented an office off a peer space to have a meeting with me to give the perception of success. So I meet him at the office, and then he like in his flip flops and all that kind of stuff. Like it looked like he be in and out that office comfortably. You know what I'm saying? He ain't like dressed like nothing crazy or whatever. So I'm like, damn, this kind of do make sense or whatever. The blah blah blah. He's not bummy looking, but he looks really comfortable. Like it's his off day. He came into the office to meet me and all that kind of stuff. Like everything is adding up. You feel me? So um we talking blah blah blah. And I wanted marketing, advertising, and promotion. So I gave him three or $4,000. Don't let me lie and say how much it was. Either way it go, Vince run off on the bag. So now you got the girl Keita who be on Clubhouse lying, saying that she big you niece and saying that she whack niece. That girl, I've known her since I was 16 years old. And we was on Clubhouse, we was talking, and I got on Vince's head like, Wookie Bam, I need my chili, Wookie Bam, I'm tripping, and I'm tripping, and I'm tripping. Like I'm, Wookie Bam, blah, blah. So now it's me, Vince, Keita, Whack, and then I got my brother on the phone, but my older brother, but he on mute because he don't be believing that I be really tripping on ish, blah, blah, blah at the time. So I got him on the phone, but he just on mute. Um, and I remember I tripped. Man, I need my chili when I see you. I'm Wookie Bam and blah blah blah. I'm blotted and I step with back. You feel me? I say a bunch of stuff that's gonna get my channel take it down. Wax say, man, get back his money because we don't want no problems with that little and blah blah blah. Because Keita's already told him he's gonna crash. And then Wag goes, wait, that's the same. And then he's saying like the name that people be calling me. He goes, that Wookie Wag blah that ran up on me. Yes, the same one. Wookie Bam blah blah blah. So Wag was like, oh yeah, I've already had dealings with him. Give him his money back and blah blah blah. And talking too much, I get the chili back. Boom, Vince in the Apple Pay, I get the chili back. And talking too much, Wag say you can't play with him the same way we play with people in the church. He not a church ninja. This little ninja's in the streets doing blah 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 this. And then I correct Wag, don't call me no little ninja, because I swear to God I trip on the phone. Nigga, who you calling a little ninja? You's a Wookie Bam and I flash out on him because you ain't in no position to call me a little ninja. But back to the story though, Wack was like, he not the church people. You can't steal from him the way you steal from the church people. You can't finesse him the way you finesse the church people and blah, blah, blah this. He gonna really come see you and blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. Plus, he know where my people stay at and all that. It just got deep. So with that all being said, Wack has a history of running plays with Vince because Vince says, nigga, you ran the plays on the church with me. So now I'm on the phone. I got my money back now, but now I'm on the phone listening to Tweedledee and Tweedledum talk about how they steal it from God. It's a true story, man. It's a true story. Now I'm watching Tweedledee and Tweedledum talk about how they are stealing from God. Let's continue the content, though. That's just a little preference going to this.
If you haven't heard of this case before, baby, go get you a fresh cup, nice big red cup, and sit back and relax. And if you have heard this case, I'm quite sure you forgot about this case. So you sit back and relax, kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Get comfy, kicking it with him. You just kicking it. Hey.
Oh,
Now, if you are new here, welcome. Please be sure to like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Click that notification bell, select all so that you get notified whenever I do a video. And if you are a returning mob down here,
Wack is in Thailand with the final boss. With the final boss of that lady boy. Lady boy. You want lady boy?
here. Y'all know what time it is. All right, so boom. Hold on.
Hey, so look, this is papaya. I got a juicer. Y'all told you I'll be juicing. So it's black tea, fresh papaya with the seeds. That's to get rid of any parasites you might have in you. With watermelon and apple. But the kids ain't allowed to drink it because it got black tea in it, and the black tea is hella black tea in here, so it's caffeine. So the kids ain't allowed to drink it. So I'm the only one that drink it. And then my girl is on a 14-day only watermelon diet. So I could drink out of this. You feel me? Ain't nobody drinking out of me. Ain't nobody drinking out of me. I ain't drinking. I mean, and it's healthy. And it's healthy. You feel me?
Let me do this before we get started, just in case my computer want to act retarded.
The kids, but you know, look, but if the kids would get in trouble, the kids wouldn't be allowed to do that. I'm gonna shut up though. The kids would get in trouble. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Get a cut.
For the trainer. If you weren't,
It's my house. It's my jug. I could drink out of whatever. My house is my jug. I could drink out of whatever. What's up, Give Life?
Spaces trainer David Kaminsky. Now all of a sudden he want to try to dismiss his case and got up there on Adams Live and sat up there and lied on no jumper talking about I didn't pull no paperwork. I didn't file no case on you. You're a liar. You're a liar and the truth ain't in you.
You a liar and the truth ain't in you. That's from Love and Hip Hop.
Let me take y'all back into time and play this little video for y'all. I promise y'all it's not going to be long, but we're going to play this video real quick just to remind y'all that I have covered this already one time before. This up here. And y'all, if y'all thought the game was something, this may not be nothing to a lot of people, but it's just the simple fact that it is a church. You did this to the church. If you will do this to the church house, you do this to anybody.
Random. I accidentally bit into one of the papaya seeds. You're supposed to swallow it whole. That's what it looked like. That tastes disgusting. You're supposed to swallow the papaya seeds whole. You ain't supposed to bite into it. Oh, that's disgusting. That's gross. Swallow them whole. Don't bite into the papaya seeds. It's a good cleanser though. It flushes you out, get all the bad stuff out of you, but don't bite into it. It's disgusting.
And I
Terrible.
because if you will defraud and try to strong arm a church, you will do the same thing to any and everybody that crosses your path. So now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what we're going to do is we're going to re-pull those court docs and we're going to pour up on this. Now, I'm not going to give you anything. I'm not going to tell you what happened was. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to show you. So let's get this. No, I don't. Well, we could do that. We could do that. We could do that right there. We could do that right there. And I'll stay in the little circle on the side. Court docs with little Henny on the side. Hey, all right. So we're gonna pull this over right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and put our watermark the way that we like our watermark. Boom. And let's get into this case, shall we? All right. So this case goes way back because I told y'all I was going to be digging in the crates and pulling this stuff up so y'all could be brought up to speed with everything because every now and again it's good to go down memory lane. So in this court document, it was filed on July 16th, 2020, and it was filed by Episcopal New Life Ministry, doing business as New Life Community Church, a California nonprofit. Yes, a church. Okay. And it says the complaint is for a breach of oral agreement, specific performance, declaratory relief. Okay. And they was going up against Travis D. Wilson and Cash M. McJones. I wonder if that's the same Travis that was involved in that whole no jumper situation with Mozzie and all of them. I gotta put my ear to the street and figure out if that's who did it. But anyway, let's continue.
It's my jug.
The general allegations for this is at all relevant times herein mentioned, the church was a nonprofit corporation duly organized and existing under the laws of the state of California with the principal business in the county of Los Angeles. Okay. Now, at all relevant times herein mentioned, the defendant, Travis D. Wilson, from here on forward will be mentioned as Wilson. And let's see, all other relevant herein mentioned defendants, BRH Holdings LLC, which is a limited liability out of the state of Florida, doing business in Pompano Beach, okay, which is something that WACK likes to do. He likes to do business in Florida too. Think about the defendant, Cash M. Jones.
It's something about the taxes in Florida that he likes. It's just like a loophole with taxes and shit like that in Florida that he likes.
He's individual who resided in the county of Los Angeles with the business of Fifth Amendment Entertainment.
Oh, all mine, Charlie Brown.
Doing business in the county of Los Angeles, California. All right. So now you know who the defendants are. Let's get into it, shall we? So it says, on or about June 11th of 2017, the church entered into a commercial property purchase.
And depending on who I'm smacking with, it might not be no condoms in this for the mucker. Come on now, stop playing with it. Stop playing with it.
To purchase um, a building in Lancaster, California. Okay, a large land parcel of approximately 1.5 acres for the price of $250,000. Kimberly Jones represented the church. So at this time, Wack and Kim were separated, but they were still doing their business, right? Okay. Well, she was still doing her business. Now it says that she represented the church as their real estate agent in the transaction. So she was the real estate agent in the transaction for the church to get the building and the property. All right. Now it says in or about February 2019.
Window open, no air freshener.
The church that her husband, which was Cash Jones,
fan in the window,
has offered to advance the plaintiff, offered to advance the church $250,000 needed to purchase and acquire the subject property. Unknown.
The church needed 200,000 for a property. Here come Wack coming in. Oh, I got 200 for you. I got 200 for you. Nigga, you extorted the church? Wack extorted the church? You have no boundaries, bro. You are boundaryless. You have no boundaries. The church
and Travis Wilson were to split the $250,000 with the church paying with defendant paying $125,000. So Wack was going to pay the $125,000. This Travis Wilson person was going to pay $125,000, which was going to then be the loan for the church to get the building and the property. Okay, as part of the consideration of the loan, the church, Cash, McElroy Jones, and Travis Williams were to take a temporary interest. Were to take a temporary interest in the property.
Am I the only one that just looked around looking for their phone to ring? Am I the only one that just did that? Am I the only one that just had that moment? Let me know in the chat in the comments if you looked for your phone just now too and then forgot that you're actually looking at it and that's in your hand. So it had to be the video, not you. Can't be the only one that just happened to. I can't be the only one that just happened to. I can't be. I can't be. Let's get back into this though. I can't be. We all had to have just gone through that together.
Property and the land, right? Through their respective corporations until the church repaid them back. So they were going to take their property. So we know that Wack's property was the Fifth Amendment property, and Travis, his is BRH Holdings. So you got BRH Holdings and you've got Fifth Amendment. It's crazy how everybody who seems to get a building with him is some type of holdings. Because remember, we heard a lot about JTT Holdings and Cash. It was a lot of different LLCs that popped up in.
Yeah, Wack loves to use the alias and the moniker holding. Maybe because maybe that's because he got caught holding his in the passenger seat and got exposed by the Yasminder. Maybe that's why. Because Wack enjoys holding, as we are all now aware of how he partakes in middle of the day activities within the passenger seat of his or someone else's car. Lots of holding going on. Lots of holding going on. A lot of hand-to-hand combat, if you will.
The game, hiding his money from Priscilla Rainey. So now we've got BRH and we've got Fifth Amendment. Okay. So he was entering into the contract with Wack and Travis, but they were doing it underneath their businesses. So Fifth Amendment put up 125K and Travis Wilson's BRH put up 125K. All right. Now, the plaintiff's obligation to repay, which the church's obligation to repay, was conditioned on obtaining a construction loan for the church for the building and the property, which Wack and Travis were to help the church obtain. So the church was to pay WACK and Travis back for the construction loan proceed from the construction loan proceeds, which then would trigger WACK and Travis obligations to transfer their interest in the building and the land. Now, the reason why I'm saying the building and the land is because saying subject property and all of that, I realize sometimes people aren't able to keep up with all of that. So I'm trying to make this as easy for all of
No, this is not about Jay Reed. This is about WAC stealing money and extorting the church.
us as I possibly can. Okay, all right. As part of the agreement, the church was responsible for separating the parcel into two separate parcels. All right. One with the new church and the parking lot would stand on, and the other part.
For those of y'all who don't know, a parcel is a plot of land. So when you buy a plot of land, you buy acres, they call it a parcel. So you can split said parcel into multiple different parcels. So take your one piece of land, bust it down into, let's show you a quick little example. Let's say that this is your parcel right here. And then this is one parcel. It's a plot of land you bought. And then you split it in half. Boom, one parcel, two parcels. You can split it in half. 1, 2, 3, 4 parcels. And you can split it in half again. You got all these different little parcels. Parcel here, or you can have one big piece. WAC wanted to take one parcel, this your parcel, bust it in half, church right here, some other stuff right here, two different sets of properties. He took one parcel, made it into two. If that makes sense. Don't worry about it. Parcels are hard. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Commercial parcel, which would obtain the seller's current structure of Faith Bible Church. So basically, the church was going to have the building, but they were also going to have a parking lot on there, right?
Okay.
So in or about February 19th, all the parties agreed to the above terms, and the defendants, WAC and Travis, and the plaintiff, the church, entered into an oral agreement. So thus far, this is what we have. You've got WAC via Fifth Amendment and this Travis Wilson person under BRH Holdings entering into a contractual agreement with the New Life Church. Fifth Amendment and BRH were going to lend the church the $250,000 that they needed. The church was then going to apply for a construction loan. And once they got the proceeds from the construction loan, BRH Holding and Fifth Amendment, Travis and WAC, would then turn the property over to the church. So basically, they were going to be holding the title and the deed to the property and the building until it's paid. All right. So now, about March 19th, March 2019, escrow closed for the property and the land with the following owners on the title as tenants in common. So you had Episcopal New Life Ministry, a California nonprofit. You had BRH Holding, LLC, a Florida limited liability company. And you had Fifth Amendment, a Florida corporation that does business out of Los Angeles, California. Just to make sure that y'all remember that, okay? As required by the terms of agreement, defendant Travis Wilson, BRH, introduced the church to an affiliate, which was Griffin Capital, to assist the church in obtaining a construction loan on the building and the land. Griffin Capital, in turn, identified a lender, Five Star Bank.
For those of y'all wondering what I'm doing, wiping something out of my dog's face. Come here, Six. Damn dog.
To write a construction loan for the church. On or about January 5th of 2020, Five Star Bank sent the church an expression of interest letter outlining the general terms of the construction loan in the amount of no less than $1,250,000 or 65% of the appraised value of the building and the land. So he ended up getting a loan for way more, $1 million more than what he owed to WAC and Travis. Okay. Now, the church incorporates and realleges by reference each and every allegation contained in paragraphs 1 through 20 and everything set forth, meaning everything going forward. Okay. In or about January of 2020, Cash McElroy Jones contacted the church and unilaterally attempted to amend the terms of the agreement by demanding that the church place his wife and his son on the church's executive board, or he would cancel the construction loan with Five Star Banking and not perform under the terms of their oral agreement. Stop.
Why the heck would you want your wife and your son on the board of the church? Nigga, what is you trying to stage a hostile holy takeover? Why does your wife and your son need to be on the board of the church? Like, what the hell does that have going on? You feel me? I need to put six in some races. She's fast as hell.
So they entered into the agreement, and we just broke down the agreement. The agreement was there was going to be $250,000 given, broken down into two. One portion from BRH Holding, the other portion from Fifth Amendment, on behalf of Travis Wilson and Cash McElroy Jones. The terms of the agreement were you get a construction loan, you pay us our money back, we take our businesses off of the title. It is yours free and clear once you pay us back the $250,000. Right? Well, now here comes WACK.
Wack is such a power struggle guy. Like he's such a power freak. Wack the type of nigga to where he only gonna buy a kid candy from the school candy drive if he allowed to be the PTA president. Like, nah, well, I'm not buying no candy if I can't be the PTA president. Like, he just has to control everything. He's a little guy with a big appetite for control. He's a really small guy with a really big appetite for power.
To amend the agreement, telling the church to place his wife and his son on the board, the executive board
Mm,
of the church.
that's crazy.
So, what happened? Well,
What happened, Henny?
the church refused WAC's demand, and consequently, the construction loan with Five Star Banking failed to process any further despite being previously approved. So, WAC was able to contact them people without a loan. What does that mean? That means that he now owns the church.
This nigga sick, bro. This nigga sick. Wax stole the church. Nigga, put my picture down. Nigga, you stole the church? No boundaries, bro. No boundaries. This nigga has no boundaries. Nigga, you stole a church? Come the fuck on, bro. Come the fuck on. There's no way that we are talking about this like it's not a GTA heist. Nigga, the church? You going to hell, bro. You going to hell. They got a hot place for they got a hot place for ninjas like you, boy. They got a hot place for ninjas like the church. No absolute boundaries, nigga. No, he is an evil genius, bro. Wack is a comic book super villain. A comic book super villain. You can't tell me that this ain't something out of a ghetto comic book, bro. Hood man. The adventures of Durag Dave. He got to save Wack from stealing the local church in the neighborhood. Where's Durag Dave when you need him, man? Because this shit is here.
Travis and the church are all on the title, and he's not coming up off the title till you give him what he wants. Now, that's a side demand, and that actually has nothing to do with Travis. So I'm wondering if this Travis Wilson person knew that WAC was doing this. So, WAC demanded to unilaterally add terms to an agreement with the threat of non.
Oh, if Wack and Dr. Umar team up, it's over. It's over. One snatching from the school, one snatching from the church. If Wack with Wack, Dr. Wackmar. If Dr. Wackmar becomes a thing, Umar, Wack, Dr. Wackmar, if that becomes a thing, if that Dr. Wackmar becomes a thing, nigga, we're done. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your Bibles, hide your textbooks. They stealing from everybody. This shit is crazy. It is wild.
Of his contractual obligation constitutes an anticipatory breach of the oral agreement.
Dr. Wackmar, bro.
WAC conspired to cause the previously approved construction loan with Five Star Banking to fail. The plaintiff is thereby excused from performance under the oral agreement by as obtaining the construction loan is a condition precedent to the church's performance. Okay, so the church saying, "Listen, we fulfilled our obligation. paid all fees, attended with the parcel split, establishing part performance and oral agreement, right? So now the church basically is like, we held up our end of the bargain. He came in and he tampered with it. So this is where this case left off at, right? They were asking to go to court, and this was dated July 15th of 2020. Well, I don't know if I told y'all about this or not.
Tell us about it, Henry.
In 2023, on January 23rd of 2023, there was an order to show cause for dismissal, and it says settlement, which means that there was an outside of court settlement and agreement between WAC Travis and the church. So instead of settling this matter in court, it was settled outside of court. Mhm. Let me show y'all that.
Hmm.
Oh, y'all seeing it? Y'all see it right here. And it says settlement. Mm. And what happened?
Nigga, WACK is going to HE double hockey six.
So what happened was
What happened?
request or dismissal of this case with prejudice, meaning it can never be brought up again. Case closed. Did the church get their money? Did they ever get their building back? We don't even know because there is nothing further. But it looks like towards the end, this may have been settled between Travis and the church because they're the only two that show up on this paperwork. But now, what does this have to do with?
Hey man, we still gonna cheer for the Lakers, bro.
Because if this man, we started here with the church. Because if this man will behave in a diabolical manner, shout out to Active Chucks, what's poppin'? If this man will behave in a diabolical manner as to strong arm a church out of an agreement, if they didn't adhere to his terms of the contract, what makes you think that anybody doing business with him is safe? No one is doing business with this man is ever safe. Ever. But to do this to a church shows you have no soul. You have no moral.
Nigga, to do it to the church means that you are a diabolical diaboliker. Wack he has no issues dugging skulls. He is a skull dugger. He has no issue dugging a skull, bro, because he is a flu flam. He has no problem fluing a flam. He has no problems dugging a skull, and he's a larcener, bro. He's full of that nigga is full of larceny, bro. That nigga is full of larceny. This is incredible. I'm gonna shut up though.
No principle, and it's highly demonic, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's in my humblest of opinions. Now, I have court docs that I've pulled and that I've covered, and I'm going to be getting into all of those court docs as the week goes on because I told y'all that I was going to be bringing y'all court docs. As a matter of fact, let's just keep the party going.
Let's keep the party going.
Court doc move very.
Cheers.
So let's get into the next court doc that I have. Since we got a little bit of time, I'm gonna give y'all another one. Y'all want another one? Drop them Henny glasses in the chat if y'all.
Hold on, real quick, because it ain't no fucking way. She got more. Hold on, how much time we got left for this shit? Damn, we just getting started. All right, well, let's run this back a little bit. For those of y'all who just came in, hit the like, hit the comment, hit the hype, hit the get subscribe button.
Excused from performance under the oral agreement by as obtaining the construction loan is a condition precedent to the church's performance. Okay, so the church saying, "Listen, we fulfilled our obligation and paid all fees, attended with the parcel split, establishing part performance and oral agreement." Right. So now the church basically is like, we held up our end of the bargain. He came in and he tampered with it. So this is where this case left off at, right? They were asking to go to court, and this was dated July 15th of 2020. Well, I don't know if I told y'all about this or not, but in 2023, on January 23rd of 2023, there was an order to show cause for dismissal. And it says settlement, which means that there was an outside of court settlement and agreement between WAC, Travis, and the church. So instead of settling this matter in court, it was settled outside of court.
That nigga said, "What we gonna do in the church?" So hell no, don't retract that. Charlie Brown, do not retract that. Oh, you retracted it. Do not put that comment back. Put that comment. That nigga said, "What we gonna do in the church? Sell drugs out the basement." Bro said, "What we gonna do in the church? Sell drugs out the basement?" The fuck up in the church. Oh, what was he gonna do with the church? It's hilarious, bro. That is hilarious. What we finna do with this church? Sell drugs out the basement? What we gonna snatch the church and then what? All right, so we got the church, and then what we gonna do with it? What we gonna do with it? I don't know. Call whack. We gonna figure it out. Oh, I'm in fucking tears, bro. Oh man, shout to North Carolina, like a helicopter. Oh, that was funny as fuck. That nigga said, "What we gonna do with this church? Sell drugs out the basement?" I don't know what we gonna do with the church, my nigga. I don't know, but we gonna get that motherfucker figured out. Step one, get the church. Step two, figure out what the fuck we gonna do with it. Oh, this nigga Whack is sick. Oh, that nigga's sick, bro. That nigga Whack is sick as shit. That nigga Whack is sick as fuck. What we finna do? Finna steal a church. What we gonna do with the church? Oh no, but let's go steal that motherfucker. Oh no, but let's go get that motherfucker out. Put that bitch in the back of the truck. We out here. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is fucking funny. What's up, Bam? Oh my god. This nigga Whack is still in churches, boy. I swear to God. Oh, we don't got no boundaries around this motherfucker here, boy. We don't got no boundaries around this motherfucker right here. Anything can happen.
Right here. And it says settled.
Oh my god. Nigga running this church. Nigga running this church like Saints Row. Oh my god. Oh, you niggas are fucking hilarious, bro. He said that nigga right next to like Saints Row. With all the purple low what was the niggas? Purple? All the purple and the gold. Were they yellow? What color was the Saints Row niggas? I know the niggas had low riders like a motherfucker. And big ass chopsticks. Oh my god. And everybody was hella buff. Hella buff, bro. All right, let's take this serious. Let's take this serious.
So what had happened was there was a request
I think it's for sure a scoundrel.
with prejudice, meaning
That nigga Whack is for sure a scoundrel or for sure a scoundrel.
it can never be brought up again. Case
Oh my
closed.
god, that was funny. Oh my god.
Church, get their money. Did they ever get their building back? We don't even know because there is nothing further. But it looks like towards the end, people. But now, what does this have to do with everything that's been going on here? Because if this man, we started here with the church, because if this man will behave in a diabolical manner, shout out to Active Chucks, what's poppin'?
Whack is Julius on God.
Diabolical manner to strong arm a church out of an agreement.
Oh my god.
To his terms of the contract. What makes you think that anybody doing business with him is safe? No one is doing business with this man is ever safe.
Hey, real quick too, man. Did y'all go catch the live with me and a homie yesterday? We did a little pilot episode of a podcast. We're gonna do another one on Saturday. Just trying to get some footing in. We trying on some things. New podcast coming soon, but we doing some trial and error runs with y'all. So if y'all ain't checked out the podcast with me and a homie, we did it yesterday. Go ahead and check the live, man. It's over there. And then moving forward, I'll start posting them so they up so y'all can see them as well too. But if you checked it out, let me know what y'all think.
Ever. But to do this to a church shows you have no soul.
None.
You have no moral, no principle, and it's highly demonic, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's in my humblest.
Thank you, Bambi.
Now, court docs that I pulled and that I
Now that's real. If WACK would do this to a church, nigga, anybody could get it. Anybody could get it, nigga. If you stealing from a church, goodness gracious. CB, what you think, bro? We're gonna do better at getting topics and all that kind of stuff. The first one was just me showing the homie how I feel to be on camera and all that kind of stuff. He ain't never did nothing like that before. So we'll get more organized, we'll get more, more professional with it. But we starting off how we starting off. You feel me? And we gotta figure out a name for this further mucker. Because we don't got no name for it.
covered. And I'm going to be getting into all of those court docs as the week goes on because I told y'all that I was going to be bringing y'all court docs. As a matter of fact, let's just keep the party going.
WACK100 Jump Street.
Because that court doc moved very quickly, didn't it? So let's get into the next court doc that I have. Since we got a little bit of time, I'm going to give y'all another one. Y'all want another one?
We want another one.
Any glasses in the chat if y'all want another one.
I don't got a Henny glass, but here goes my fresh juice.
Y'all want another one? You want me to do another case? Because I got more. And these are from the beginning. Okay. Now, what I do want to say is you cannot hold Kim liable for anything that happened within that situation because she was not a part of that contractual deal that happened. All right. He said, "Whack is Satan incarnate." Yes, I agree with you. Y'all want another one? I see y'all dropping them Henny glasses. They said, "Drop another one, Henny. Give us another one, Henny." Okay. Y'all want to?
Now I don't have Henny, but I do have freshly pressed papaya, watermelon, and apple juice mixed with black tea for my caffeine fix. And I'm drinking out of the pitcher because my girl's on a 14-day watermelon diet, so she's not eating anything but watermelon. And the kids ain't allowed to have nothing with caffeine in it, so I can drink out the pitcher because I'm the only one drinking out of it. And it's mine. Stay out of my big old pitcher, my big old drink. You feel me? My business and my hydration. You feel me? My business and my hydration. Speaking of which, I ain't said this in a minute. While you over here watching this video, did you brush your teeth this morning? Did you drink some water? Or did you just wake up and spark that stale ass Black and Mild from last night and start smoking that with that stale ass Hennessy that's been sitting in the room all week, mixed in with the Coke that's now flat and it's all syrupy on the bottom? Did you brush your teeth before you sparked that little Newport cigarette, that stub that you went and hit a couple times this morning before you got on YouTube? You sparked that little blunt, didn't you? You disgusting. You ain't even do no push-ups. You ain't did no water. You ain't did no nothing. You ain't did nothing today. You just on YouTube smoking stale weed with stanky breath, watching me. You're disgusting. I'm disgusted with you. Go do something with your life. I got you. Hold on. Let me pull all of these cords. And if I made you feel bad, you should feel bad. Go take care of yourself. And then watch my YouTube video when you're done. Or watch the video while you're taking care of yourself. So we can get into this. Because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this one is still ongoing. Okay. Y'all like court doc story time with Henny. All right, boom. Your wish is my. I mean, I smoke my vape on the way to work. Yeah, I ain't mad at that. And I'm not LeBron James' little brother. I'm LeBron James' half brother. We got the same daddy and different mamas. That's why LeBron was raised by a single mom, because LeBron James, our daddy, stayed with my mama. So I'm LeBron James. That's LeBron. That's my brother LeBron. I'm LeBron. You feel me? You can tell when Wack does his coke and going to be crazy. You can get off paper. Well, man, Bambi, you ain't telling no lie. Bambi, are you following my Instagram? Bambi, are you following my Instagram? If not, follow my Instagram, Trap News Network. And then send me a DM. Let me know it's you. Trap News Network. Spelled just like the YouTube. Man, darling. Over here in my little corner, and let's get into this next one. So in this next one that we're about to pull up, this is the case. Oh, thank God. This is the case of Kenneth Lawson and Monique Jadon Lawson. She French. Miguel Roy Jones, okay? Fifth Amendment Entertainment, Cash Money Records Inc., Cash Money Records West, Brian Williams, aka Birdman, individually, and DBA Cash Money Records Inc., and Cash Money Records West, Ronald Williams, aka Slim, individually, and DBA Cash Money Records Inc., Cash Money Records West, Cash Money Records Inc. in Louisiana Corporation, okay, Cash Money West, an entity unknown form, because Cash Money, let me tell you, Cash You signed to a nigga that signed to a nigga that signed to 3 niggas. God damn. Goodness gracious.
Money West was not an operating entity in the West Coast. I should give y'all a video on that. Because recently it has come to my attention that 600 has the rights to Cash Money West now. Did y'all know that? Hit me glass in the chat if y'all knew that. Because I forgot all about the fact that I got that information a long time ago. I forgot all about that. But anyway,
oh
and
my
what
God.
Kenneth suing for?
Oh my God.
He's suing for battery, assault, negligence, negligent hiring, retention, training, or supervision, premise liability, negligent infliction of emotional distress, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and loss of consortium. Now, I don't know what that means, but I'm going to look it up. I will find out what law.
What the hell does loss of consortium mean? Words is hard. Somebody get on that, man. Loss of consortium? Loss of consortium? Loss of consortium? Bambi, I'm assuming Shiny is you? Loss of consortium? What does that mean? Somebody help me out here in the chat, man. I don't have both of my devices are being utilized. I don't have my trap GPT. Loss of consortium. Chat. Bambi, I'm looking at you. Loss of consortium. What does that word mean? Let's find a new word today.
Hold on a second. You know me, I don't mind learning.
Okay,
Y'all as we come across stuff, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Loss of consortium is a legal claim filed by the spouse or family member of a person who has been severely injured or unalive, seeking compensation for the loss of companionship, affection, intimacy, and support. So,
okay, got it. So if something happened to my girl, I can file a case on her behalf. If something happened to me, my girl can file a case on her. If something happens to me, my girl can file a case on my behalf. If something happens to my girl, I can file a case on her behalf. Loss of consortium. We learned a new word today. Shout out to Henny for the word of the day. Loss of consortium.
There, that last part in number 8 is coming from Kenneth Lawson's wife. What happened, Henny? I'm gonna tell you what happened. Let me go ahead and scroll on down here. Now, this was filed in court in 2021. So now we done covered a case from 2020, and now we are covering a case from 2021, darling. Okay. Now, this is not bad business practices, but this is bad character. And
I caught somebody with an elbow yesterday, and I scratched the hell out of my elbow. That was terrible. Absolutely terrible.
kind of lines right on up with no jumper if you think about it, because do you see how he's at the top of the lawsuit, but it brought Cash Money into it, it brought Birdman into it, it brought Slim into it because of WACK.
All because of WACK.
Get into, let me see. Let's get to the general allegation, shall we? So let me flip my face. Y'all ready? Oh. Jones attack on Lawson. Oh, yes, he hit somebody. December 29th, 2019, at around 7 p.m., Lawson and his wife entered and were lawfully on the premises of the restaurant. Wait, let me scroll back up. I gotta tell y'all where the restaurant is. Because I know y'all don't really want to hear all of that. Well,
WACK was fighting over food.
Right, they don't have what the restaurant was.
WACK has had a case every year since he's been out of juvie, low key facts. And how does he keep avoiding jail time is absolutely beyond me. Beyond me. Beyond me.
And here with no. But it does say that they were requesting a jury trial. Jury trial. Anyway, all right. Nope, it doesn't have it on there. All right. So he was in a restaurant. Oh, Yamashiro. Yamashiro. That's where they were. They was in Yamashiro. Am I saying that right? For all my people in California, if you're familiar with that restaurant,
yeah, I'm sure.
Did I say that right?
Yamashiro.
What a hype button, baby girl. I don't know. I think it only comes on the replay. Okay, so he's suing.
And if you ain't did so, hit that like, hit that hype, hit that good content, hit that good subscribe button for sure.
This Yamashiro LLC, as well as this 1999 Sycamore LLC. All right, so boom. So now On December 29th of 2019 at around 7 p.m., Kenneth Lawson and his wife, they entered into the restaurant. They were supposed to be there, right? Now, also on December 29th at 9 p.m., WACK approached Kenneth in the restaurant bar and accused him, Kenneth that is, of talking to WACK's wife. Now, at the time, we know what wife he's talking about. He's talking about Kenneth. He approached Kenneth because he thought Kenneth was talking to Kenneth.
Wack is the most insecure ninja ever. How you mad at somebody out on a date with their wife? On a date with their wife, not thinking about you, not talking to you, not talking about you, not doing anything to really disrupt or bother what you have going on. This nigga's on a date with his whole wife. And you mad at this nigga because you thought that he was talking to the wife that you're outside cheating on with R&B? I'm just trying to find the flu flam in this. I'm trying to find the logic in this flu flam, excuse me, because this is a skull that's been dug.
Kenneth says, Lawson is Kenneth, y'all, in case y'all lost and y'all reading along. Kenneth never met Wack or Wack's wife and had no prior communications with the Joneses. I'm going to say the Joneses before this encounter. All right. Now, Kenneth denies speaking to Kim. But Wack continued to yell at Kenneth while accusing Kenneth of speaking to Kim. Don't that sound just like his little short Napoleon complex self sitting up there yelling in
So
a
you're yelling and you're screaming at a restaurant about this man talking to your wife, but he actually has never had any conversation with you or your wife, and you're in a restaurant conducting yourself like the devil's fool. Got it. Like the devil's fool. You're an idiot.
and hollering at everybody. Upon hearing Wack's verbal assault on her husband, Monique, that's Kenneth's wife, approached Wack and introduced herself as Kenneth's wife to de escalate Wack's aggressive behavior towards Kenneth. Now, you know that's not going to work because y'all know how he do. But let's continue. In response to Monique's attempt to de escalate the situation, Wack yelled at Kenneth, "Keep your bitch in check." Let me say it like him. Hold on. Keep your bitch in check. If that's a good imitation of him or not.
Before I put her to bed. No, no, no. You don't talk to me. You need to keep your bitch in check on Paru. If I put when I be you, man, I'll put you to bed. Ah, that's WACK100. Ah, no, no, don't tell me to calm down. Well, this is Wack. Don't tell me to calm down because he little. Don't tell me to calm down. When I be you, man, I'll put it in the bed. Oh, Paru, you don't talk to me. Ah, that's my impersonation of Wack. He go crazy. He be screaming.
But that's what he yelled at. And we've heard him say this before, so we know that this is accurate, right? Allegedly, this is accurate.
But yeah, I believe that's happening.
And without provocation, punched Kenneth Lawson in the mouth and jaw.
Mm.
Why he don't punch this man in the mouth and jaw? Why he don't punch nobody else? Who is this Kenneth Lawson guy? I forgot who he is.
You gotta find Kenneth Lawson. Justice for Kenneth Lawson. Justice for KL.
Lawson. I believe he's an actor.
Justice for KL.
He's an actor.
Trying to act.
Oh, that can't be him. I thought he punch on him.
I know he didn't punch on him is crazy.
Hold on, y'all. Know if this the Kenneth Lawson that we talking about, but Kenneth Lawson is out there in California and he's an actor. And I heard word on the curb when I first did this. Allegedly, it's the Kenneth Lawson. Guys in the chat if you know who this is. If you've seen him in movies before, let's see. Yeah, we done seen him around acting and stuff. What show was that? Moesha.
Mm.
You punched the Moesha actor in the face?
Punching a nigga that played on Moesha is crazy.
You know who the
Punching on a nigga that played on Moesha is crazy. Oh, that's Moesha's boo. The nigga, yeah, the brown skinned nigga with the short haircut. Okay, yeah. And he was like, oh, Mr. GQ, like, yeah, Mo, maybe I could be the one to take you to prom instead of Hakeem. Face ass nigga. How you punching a nigga that talk like this and thought it was cool? What's wrong with you, Wack? Over here talking with a nigga, over here punching on niggas who sway at the shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Washing his hands even though it ain't no water running. It ain't no soap in sight. How you punch on a nigga washing his hands that's constantly ready to moisturize his hands? You know what? Maybe we shouldn't talk about whacking moisturized hands, considering the fact of what he was caught doing in that passenger seat. We're just gonna leave with justice for Kenneth Lawson in the shoulders. In the shoulders.
So don't he?
Not Moesha, boo.
So now he done punched. Now we gonna.
But see, that's what happens though. He would have never punched. For those of y'all who watch Moesha, that nigga would have never got away with that shit playing with Q. Q win the win. Q win the win. You feel me? Hey, baby, Q win the win for that. Now the other nigga, maybe, but Q win the win for that. Q tripping.
And Ken, since he go by Ken, allegedly, if that's him, all right, done punched the man in the mouth and the jaw.
The homegirl Bambi say his penile got to be little for him to be this insecure, or he made it up in his head that any man can take his woman. I'm gonna say probably both. Maybe from column A and column B. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because whatever.
And then the punch caused Kenneth to lose consciousness and fall on the floor. He done punched the man in the mouth and knocked him out onto the floor. After violently punching Kenneth and rendering him unconscious, WACK turned towards Monique and cocked his arm as if he were gonna hit her. He was gonna hit her. But before
WACK done whooped on his man and his woman,
WACK was able to strike Monique, another restaurant guest intervened and prevented WACK from physically assaulting Monique. WACK then yelled the words, "Pyru." Does this sound fictional to you? This sounds very
real. Very real.
Which, upon information and belief, is gang slang. Okay? WACK left the restaurant before Los Angeles police arrived. After WACK's vicious and unprovoked attack, Monique rushed her husband Kenneth to the hospital.
How has he never been picked up on a woman? How? How is this nigga not in jail? You just punched out poor Kenneth Lawson at the Yokosuka, or whatever the restaurant is. You just punched out poor Kenneth Lawson at the Yokosuka. We're gonna call it the Yokosuka. It might not be called the Yokosuka. We're gonna call it the Yokosuka. You just punched out Kenneth at the Yokosuka. And then you attempted to attack Kenneth's wife at the Yokosuka. How has an arrest warrant not been put out for this man unless he's more valuable on the streets than he is in incarceration by the eyes and the opinions of law enforcement? Because it doesn't make sense for this man to, number one, be taking phase at the Yokosuka. Why are you fighting at the Yokosuka? Who fights at the Yokosuka? The Yokosuka is supposed to be a place of love. They got sushimi, you feel me? They got tempura. It's supposed to be cracking at the Yokosuka. You fight because you think a nigga talk to your wife that was there with his wife that don't even know your wife. First of all, that nigga go with Moesha. Thank you, Bambi, in the chat for letting us know. That nigga go with Moesha. He ain't thinking about your wife. You feel me? He in a whole relationship with Moesha. He got to worry about Q and sometimes Kobe Bryant trying to take her to dances. Come on, bro. And then Hakeem is in the cut trying to score points with her. He ain't thinking about that. Niggas at the Yokosuka going crazy. You feel me? Yeah, we seen his badge. Remember when Gene Dill said he almost got whooped out doing the same thing in Miami? Yup. And then I know a conversation. I ain't gonna say with who, but WACK was with some dudes, and a nigga walked up to him in a San Diego little Mexican restaurant, tripped on him, and then WACK ran and left his homies. Ran, left, got up out of there, skedaddle, got up on. He's gone. He ran and left his homies. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Hospital.
At the Yokosuka.
WACK's attack on Kenneth resulted in a 4-inch deep laceration on Kenneth's lip and chin, multiple fractures of his jaw, 3 dislodged teeth, and 1 tooth being knocked out.
Damn it.
Kenneth's jaw was wired for 3 months. WACK's attack also caused Kenneth to suffer from disfigurement of his mouth, severe headaches, neck pain, dizziness, and excessive weight loss. Kenneth has received and continues to receive treatment from maxillofacial surgeons. He done been to a bunch of doctors. He done went to a therapist for post-traumatic stress disorder. All right. Kenneth suffers from constant mouth, tooth, and jaw pain, excessive and severe headaches, difficulty sleeping, anxiety, dizziness, loss of appetite, loss of consortum, and affects his wife. So he's so jacked up about being punched in the jaw and mouth by WACK that he can't even perform his husbandly duties. PTSD. Lost some weight as a result of the wiring of his jaw for 3 months and permanent disfigurement to his lip and chin as a direct result of Jones's actions. I think WACK hit him with something. I don't believe that WACK hit him that hard that he did that.
Yeah, WACK smacked that man with a bottle. WACK the went upside that nigga's head with a bottle. Bow! Drinks on me. Whoa! God damn it. Not on Kenneth. Drinks on me. Ooh.
Somebody's here that said, now they said now allegedly they saying that their brother is a deacon at the church, and he's saying no, the church never got their building back. Do tell your brother to
go back and watch the last video. You can see about the church.
Reach out to me if he want to talk about it, because I just read the court docs. This is the second time I done read them court docs, but I would love to sit with somebody from the church and find out what that happened was. Shout out to Stand On and Media up in here. Shout out to everybody that is in the chat. I see y'all. I love y'all, but y'all know when I'm reading, I don't see everything that's going on in the chat. I just happen to look up.
All right, let's get this 5 more minutes before we go into what IBM Hoodlum was talking about.
The church never got they building, so that means he done made the church probably. I don't know. Allegedly, I'm saying allegedly because I don't know all of the details. I just know the portions from the court documents. So apparently, there must have been a settlement that was supposed to be reached, and the settlement might not have been reached, and they never got their building. Ain't that about nothing? Just strong arm the church all the way even out the building.
Nigga WACK stole the church, boy. That's crazy.
Damn, I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt and say at least maybe they done got their building back, but you know, shameful. This is shameful. So now, as a direct result of WACK's attack on Kenneth, Kenneth has difficulty reasonably or meaningfully interacting with others, specifically in public settings. Kenneth is a successful, well-known, and highly visible actor in the entertainment industry. That's him, y'all. That is him. That is him. You done punched the Moesha act.
Oh, we're gonna get into that neck bone situation later on, for sure.
In the mouth because you insecure. You thought that man was trying to talk to Killer. You knew he was gonna take her.
Yeah, knocked out a Moesha actor. God damn.
Sorry, it's not funny. It's not funny, but it is.
It's sick.
Anyway, Kenneth's inability to freely interact with others has substantially interfered with his professional obligations, including his need to interact with the public and his fans, and to attend and mingle at events, including movie premieres, auditions, and casting calls. Due to the trauma and permanent disfigurement of Lawson's jaw, Kenneth's jaw, chin and lip and teeth, Kenneth has suffered substantial emotional distress, anxiety, nervousness, and fear. As a direct result of WACK's attack on Kenneth, Kenneth has and continues to experience severe financial losses, including the loss of production of his television show, The Cut. Wait a minute, hold on.
Wait, pull that up.
Let me just double check myself.
Bambi, pull up The Cut and see if it's Moesha's boyfriend on The Cut. See if it's the same person.
Was he on The Cut? Is that on?
I ain't never seen The Cut.
Let me see.
That sounds like one of the shows niggas watching girl. Damn, that is Moesha's boyfriend.
It's In The Cut.
Oh, In The Cut.
In The Cut is what he's on, but that's too much of a coincidence. I'm gonna go on ahead and go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say, yep, that's him. That's him right there.
Oh,
is that his mouth disfigured or just the way he's holding it? I wonder if that's just the way he's holding his mouth.
This nigga that socked out Moesha's boyfriend. Man. So this nigga that stole a church and whooped out Moesha's boyfriend. Hey, WACK is a super villain.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna leave that alone because he's the alleged victim in the case. All right. So it was in its 7th season of production when it was canceled because of Kenneth's injuries. All right. Also, because of this situation, the attack.
WACK then got the nigga's show canceled. Yeah, boy, you got to pay that man. That nigga done got his show canceled because of his injury because you tripping? Oh, yeah, you got to pay that man.
Caused her to suffer with excessive and severe headaches. Wait a minute. Wax attack on Monique. He didn't hit her, but okay. But they're saying that she got anxiety and difficulty sleeping from all of this and all of that too, right? Okay, so it says, as a direct result of witnessing Wax malicious
Bullying a child actor is crazy. Orlando Brown wouldn't go for that. Nigga, what? Orlando Brown, he not going. That nigga tripping.
battery of her husband and experiencing Wax's vicious and malicious assault of her, Monique has difficulty interacting with other people.
Mm.
Now, upon information and belief, WAC is and was the president, owner, founder, manager, agent, representative, alter ego, partner, joint venture, officer, sole proprietor, or employee of Fifth Amendment Management.
We got beans, greens, lettuce, tomatoes, rams, ham, you name it. Face ass nigga, you name it.
Fifth Amendment Entertainment Inc., Cash Money Records, and Cash Money West. Now, do you hear all the Cash Money Records and Cash Money West, which again brought Birdman and Slim into this situation? Adam, you better pay attention. He got you in a trick bag already with Jay Reed and them. You still want to do business with WAC? Oh, I. Upon information and belief, WAC is, or Jones, is at all times, was the agent, partner, joint venture, or employee of defendant Brian Williams and Ronald Williams. Upon information and belief, Brian Williams is, and at all relevant times, was the co.
What did Bambi say? If my man get beat up, then I'm suing for emotional distress. Oh, God. We gonna win some kind of way. That's right, baby.
Representative, alter ego, partner, joint venture, employee, or officer of Cash Money Records and Cash Money West. Information and belief, Ronald Williams is and at all times was the president, co-owner, founder, manager, agent, sole proprietor, representative, alter ego, partner, joint venture, employee, or other officer of Cash Money Records and Cash Money West. Upon information and belief, WAC was under the direct supervision, agency, and control of Brian Williams, Ronald Williams, Fifth Amendment Management, Fifth Amendment Entertainment Inc., Cash Money Records, and Cash Money West. You see how this is all tying together? You're doing business with it.
That nigga said, because suing WAC ain't enough. I want a Cash Money check. He said, I'm finna give me a bling bling pendant.
Your ass is going down, okay?
Man.
His employment duties and responsibilities with Brian Williams, Ronald Williams, Fifth Amendment Inc., which y'all know Fifth Amendment was all him. Cash Money Records and Cash Money Records West included promoting new artists at various public venues, events, and parties. WAC's job responsibilities with Brian Williams and Ronald Williams, Fifth Amendment Inc., Cash Money Records, and Cash Money West put WAC in direct contact with the public and
Bambi, get your ass up off that fucking floor. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Passed out. Get the fuck up. Ain't nothing wrong with you. Get your ass up off that goddamn floor.
Including the plaintiffs and other guests in the restaurant. On the evening of the 29th of December 29th, 2019, when Jones WAC attacked Kenneth, WAC was at the restaurant to promote certain recording artists, including Bethany Henderson, aka B Ray, and Jonathan Porter.
Blueface. Damn it. So that's how Cash Money gets tied up, because he was there on Cash Money business. Damn it, man, with a damn it plan. Damn it, man, with a damn it plan. Wax an idiot.
The recording artist Jones promoted at the restaurant on December 29th, 2019, were managed or represented by Jones, Brian Williams, Ronald Williams, the Fifth Amendment businesses, and both entities of Cash Money. On the evening of December 29, 2019, when Jones attacked Kenneth, Jones was acting within the scope of his employment and agency for Birdman and Slim, for Fifth Amendment, both entities, and for Cash Money, both entities as well. Cash Money knew that Jones, WAC, had and continues to have a propensity for violent conduct. Let me highlight that. I like the way that word sounds. I've heard it before, but I really like
A
that.
propensity for violent conduct means he has a habit. He's known to be a violent person. This is what he does. His go-to is to be violent.
A propensity for violence. Specifically, unprovoked attacks of mayhem that he inflicts on strangers and innocent people. Let's highlight that too, because this is still behavior. He continues to this day, striking them in the mouth and jaw with the intent to render them unconscious and cause them permanent physical impairments. Because there's a lot of people that's been calling him out, and he ain't punched them in the mouth or none of that. He be pump faking and jacking for y'all like he really gonna do something like that.
Let the record reflect. Wack is not jacking for me. What Wack does in that passenger seat of the best friend's ride on the passenger side is his business. Wack is not jacking for me or anyone else in the chat. So let's just throw that into the universe, all my New Yorkers. We're not jacking Wack. The only thing Wack is jacking is himself. Throw that into the universe. Throw it out there. You feel me? Let's just make sure we all know this.
Situation with him and Moose Man, Freak was not holding Whack back like that. And anytime somebody stops holding him or trying to restrict him, that's when he stops trying to get at the person. As long as you got your arm up, people, hey man, you don't want this. As soon as they move the hand, then he back up. He back up. He's still talking, but he backing up. Man, listen, please. Boo by good night. You know who that shit on. You did this to this man.
It's Wack backing up.
He wasn't part of none of the BS that was going on. You felt insecure and you punched that man in the face and the jaw and all of that. Now he's suing you, him and his wife. All right. White publicly admitted to being an active gang member of Pyru gang or more for more than 20 years.
Isn't it crazy being charged with a crime as a Pyru gang member, but the Pyrus don't accept you nor do they allow you around? So you just yelled at Pyru for nothing, and now you got charged with being a Pyru, but you can't even go to Pyru Street? Wild.
A member of the gang, Jones has a reputation of inciting physical violence, causing mayhem, and grave bodily harm to others. We don't know of him to ever do any of that stuff to anybody but you, sir. I'm just saying, as the general public, we haven't heard him do this to nobody else, but yeah. Mm-hmm. Whack has a rep. Okay, we already read that part. Whack is known as an enforcer within the gang community. Now, I ain't never heard that. Neither. The only person he was an enforcer for was for Ray J in that Jared Milgram case. That's when we heard that he was being the strong arm and the muscle. Right. But you see how he was picking on Jared Milgram. And Jared Milgram, when you looked at his photos, you saw he wasn't part of none of this street life. He didn't even come to the corner store. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you know who to do this shit to. Anyway, an enforcer is a person who displays or engages in violent acts, including physical attacks, grave bodily injury to others, mayhem, assault, threats, intimidation, coercion, and instilling fear. They laid this shit down like Whack is the boogeyman. And me as a woman, I ain't fucking scared of him. You scared of him? Y'all? Man,
they laid this itch down like Whack is the boogeyman. And he is softer than cotton, covered in the same urine that is covered in Lush's shirt. With that being said, man, I'm gonna let y'all catch the rest on Henny's page. I want to slide to something else. Red dots to the left, you know the rest. We gone. Chat, I'm gonna let y'all hold on. I want to get into something else. But I'm gonna let y'all catch this real quick.
Specifically, unprovoked attacks of mayhem that he inflicts on strangers and innocent people. Let's highlight that too, because this is still behavior that he continues to this day. Okay, striking them in the mouth and jaw with intent to render them unconscious and cause them permanent physical impairment. Stop. Because there's a lot of people that's been calling him out, and he ain't punched them in the mouth or none of that. He be pump faking and jacking for y'all like he really gonna do something. Like that whole situation with him and Moose Man, Freak was not holding Whack back like that. And anytime somebody stops holding him or trying to restrict him, that's when he stops trying to get at the person. As long as you got your arm up, people, hey man, you don't want this. As soon as they move the hand, then he back up. He back up. He's still talking, but he backing up. Man, listen, please. Boo bye, good night. You know who to pull that shit on. You did this to this man because this man was an actor. You knew he wasn't part of none of the BS that was going on. You felt insecure and you punched that man in the face, in the jaw, and all of that. Now he's suing you, him and his wife. All right. White publicly admitted to being an active gang member of Pyru gang or more for more than 20 years. As a member of the gang, Jones has a reputation of inciting physical violence, causing mayhem, and grave bodily harm to others. We don't know.
Oh, here we go. This is what I'm going. My boy IBM Hoodlum. Excuse me. All right. This is what I want to get into. This is what I've been waiting on low key. So man, IBM Hoodlum is dropping some Kantiana. Apparently, Wack has been caught doing something potentially inappropriate with after he drops off R&B's children at school. You know, Wack always says that he has kids, he has kids, he has kids. Well, them is R&B's kids. And I'm wondering, since you and R&B only been together for a couple years, where they daddy at? Because if you still got kids aged where you can take them to school and all that kind of stuff, and you said that they be in the window waiting on you, that makes it seem like they're like in the first or the second grade. Where they daddy at? And how long you been around these kids? It's a lot going on. Do they know that you going crazy in the front seat of the passenger side? Let's get into the content. Shout out to IBM Hoodlum.
Yo, it's your boy IBM Hoodlum, man.
Is that R&B?
And we back with some more content. But
Wait. Hold on. Is that R&B? Is this R&B? Or that's somebody else? Why she look cross-eyed? Who is she looking at? Oh, that's Wack in the top right corner. Oh. Oh. There's some things going on here. We might be in grown folks' business. We might be in grown folks'
to
business.
the content, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you are not following me on Instagram, be sure to slide over to Instagram and drop your boy a follow. IBM Hoodlum on Instagram. But let's go, man. Let's get right into it. So, I've spoke on this already, and if you are paying attention, you will see what I spoke on is actually happening again, right? I've always said that when I'm speaking on facts about what WACK100 does, he tries to find a way to blind you guys to the truth. And he starts to bring certain people on his platforms and in Clubhouse to tear you away from what I'm saying. Now, I recently just brought up the situation with him being the first one to give up names. As far as the no jumper case, and 100% stand on it. He was the first one to give up names. He did it behind closed doors. He didn't think Adam 22 was going to leak that out to anybody. And unfortunately, Adam did. Now, because these two are in cahoots, one will believe, one won't believe. I'm saying, but I know what I know. I know what a man said on the phone call verbatimly.
Hey, so is that R&B? What is it,
I
dog?
want to believe it. I want to believe it. That's y'all. I want to break this down, man, because he actually said something about what I said and called me a different name. He would never say my name. He know I am a threat, a huge threat on social media when it comes to content. So he never wants to say my name. That's how he is. But I came across the clip on Clubhouse that they put it on YouTube. And we're going to break down this conversation. And I just want to show y'all something, right? I want to show y'all a lot more about how this dude is a pathological liar. Okay. So let's get into that clip real quick. Let's pull up that audio. And as we listen, we're going to stop and pretty much break down everything in the beginning. I'm not going to play the whole video. This shit is an hour and 32 minutes long. But let's get to it. Let's go.
So is that R&B?
Yeah, I think that shit crazy. That's her continuing to attempt upon federal court.
All right, so I guess they are talking about Cannon's baby mama, who allegedly put up on her social media the paperwork for the subpoena to testify in court. So that's what they're talking about right now.
Yeah. Mm. That's
What she got that wasn't already on the internet.
Shit, I don't know.
So that right there is just it's a reach. It's something that Wack has been saying for the longest. Man, she got so much out of the iCloud. Man, she ain't have nothing. She ain't have nothing that we ain't already have ourselves.
I'm willing to bet that she doesn't have anything because if she would have had it, she would have dropped it. The moment that Gigi has come and gone. So I would imagine that she would have had something, she would have dropped the hammer.
we lose Kenny, baby mama left me, right? We noticed Gigi was back on the phone. So I'm scratching my head.
Now, see what Wack don't know why he's scratching his head is um who's Cannon reaching out to his baby mama was actually a play on his behalf. Now, let me break something down to y'all.
Okay, break it down to us.
If y'all really think that Loose Cannon was dumbfounded to the fact that that phone call was going to be recorded, you must be crazy. Due to who Gigi is and how she is,
I would imagine that was expected.
like to keep receipts of everything, and her association with WACK100, do you really think Loose Cannon got on that phone call and, did what he did and didn't know it was being recorded? See, what y'all don't know is Loose Cannon did what he did to get something out of his baby mama.
I would assume every conversation with any of you niggas is being recorded.
And he got it. That's what Wack don't know. Let's get to the.
Okay. You know what his play is. The bitch didn't left. He got a baby by her. He been her head. But maybe he trying to play on her emotions. But I'm like, Gigi didn't went in so much. She can't be that gullible. Not Gigi. No.
Now we know she's not that gullible, but she is a liar. Let's go.
So I'm like, so I called her. I said, Gigi, I
Yeah, I'm trying to like get to the good part.
don't look right. A month ago.
Imagine being able to build an app
Nigga, IBM Hoodlum don't got YouTube Premium.
just by thinking about
Sad.
Meet Base 44.
Sad.
She hit me with, it's my daughter's father. And I'm just trying to, I don't know. He didn't give out the daughter before Sharice left. He wasn't even claiming the kid, right?
All right. So listen to that part, what he just said. Now, that right there shows that Gigi is soft for Cannon just a tad bit. Because the way her and Wack are going to try to put this, maybe because they knew they were in Clubhouse and, they're going to make it seem like, well, Gigi knew what she was doing. He had the phone call recorded so she could put Loose Cannon on blast. But that statement right there did not need to be said. Gigi could have been like, I played him. That's that. But the whole, that's my child spot, that right there shows you a little weakness. And Loose Cannon knew about that.
Let me fast forward a little bit because I'm trying to get to the part about R&B. Like, I don't care about Loose Cannon and Gigi. Hold on, y'all. The whole Gigi Loose Cannon thing, I could care less about.
Weakness. Always about legacy. Okay, but when you go look at everything she did when she was doing her YouTube shit, it seemed 80% about Kim. I worked with this not phone with Gigi. Let's go. She just told me right now. There's a time I introduced Izzy to IBM, and he was running around doing his thing with the team. Because now, mind you, from the set, when the next thing you knew, business won't be on.
I'm fast forwarding it.
Shit that I don't know what to say.
Business won't be on fire.
Let's see.
Rewind. You see, no, hands in the home deep from the set. Okay, because it's Izzy, IBM, right? And I'm gonna pull up something for y'all. was 100% around trying to claim that he doesn't know nothing.
All right, y'all had to fast forward some, but let's see what we got.
Okay. Now, before the no jumper incident, WACK100 was 100% around the homies from IBM consistently. Okay. Now, there was a time when I introduced Izzy to IBM, right? And I'm gonna pull up something for y'all. There's a time I introduced Gizzy to IBM, and he was running around doing this thing with the team. Now, you mean to tell me this is what a nigga does when somebody? This was posted December 6th, 2024. You got WACK100. Yeah, Gizzy. Right? And if you look in the background, you see a slight visual of Third walking by right there. You see that?
Damn.
Right, so that being said, right?
Wack was playing with Gizzy. Hilarious. Wack was playing with Gizzy. Wack and Gizzy. Let me see how much longer we got in this. Okay. I think I fast forwarded to the right spot.
This man says he don't know none of them. Now, mind you, later on in the day, this same day, I started getting multiple inboxes from the homie from the set. Okay. Because if you guys don't know, there was a time where Wack got into it with one of our homies from the turf, which is the homie D Cross. D Cross is from my neighborhood, 004 his McGates in Las Vegas. Okay. There was an incident that happened when D Cross went on tour with Wack. Wack came back and said he put hands on the homie and the homie didn't do nothing about it. Blase, blase. Well, the homies didn't like that. And the homie.
Oh, yeah, nigga, I done fast forward this nigga like 20 minutes, bro. I'm not finna sit through an hour of this shit. I fast forward to the good parts.
He's want Wack. Okay, so when
this is why Wack got ran out of Vegas and has to move to Paruto because he got pressed out by the Vegas Bloods. Okay, got it.
The homies was hitting me up left and right on Facebook, politicking on me heavy, dead homies. I hit Gizzy. I'm like, hey, bro, the homies tripping. Why? Boom, I get to telling them what's going on. They heavy politicking. Niggas is tripping. Next thing you know, Gizzy shoots out a video with the nigga Wack that was at the podcast. And Wack, he was asking Wack, like, oh, you know this person? Do you got a problem with the hood? Da da da. And Wack in the background, like, man, you got a problem with hood, man. I fuck with the 004s. His exact words verbatimly, okay? He knew Gizzy. 100% he knew Beathers. 100% he knew Gloss. 100% he knew Ace. He knew every last one of them personally. This nigga's a liar, bro. Okay?
So he got banged on by the Vegas Bloods, said he had love for him, and they ran him out of Vegas. Got it.
December 6, 2024. All right? We almost going on 2 years. We had a year and a half. And you sitting here talking about you didn't know the homie? Mind you, go back and watch my old content. Go back and watch it. I literally told people when Adam made that phone call to Luce, and that was on that call, Adam verbatimly said that the first person he gave up was Gizzy. He said the name Gizzy. Not only that, if y'all don't know, whenever you go up to no
jumper. For those of you guys who don't know what he means when he says gives up, he means when it comes to the no jumper fight, that brawl where Jay Reed was actually a Yahtzee where they essayed that man. When police were asking WACK100 about the situation, Wack gave up Gizzy's name and he gave up his government name, and Adam 22 confirmed that to IBM Hoodler.
They make you sign in, okay? You sign in. My homies is on point. They're not signing in with their real names. They not putting none of that. They're gonna put something that's not them. Okay? So rewind. Adam calls, says this nigga came up there crying, begging for a job. Adam needed something to give to the police so his business won't be on fire. And he gave up the homies. And Adam said the first name that nigga gave up was the nigga Gizzy.
Damn it, man.
We had an IBM meeting that same motherfucking day at that phone call with Adam. And we told this nigga Gizzy that the first name that nigga gave up was yours. And Gizzy didn't listen and turned on us for this nigga. But he ain't no Gizzy. The content, man.
Wack gave up the Gizzy. Out here giving up the Gizzy, man. Wack done gave up the goddamn Gizzy. Goddamn. Goddamn. Whack out here giving up all the gizzy. Just face to face with the lights on, giving up gizzy. Crazy. Crazy. Giving up the gizzy.
Shit that I don't know what to say and keep saying. Now, the Lawson work with the DA, so I ain't no telling where he got it from, but nigga, what we do know, loose cat.
Now, nobody ever said the WACK coerced Gigi into saying anything. What I said, because he's not going to say my name, was whenever I brought up that he was the first one to put out the names. You see, he pressing this right now. Let's rewind to the other day. I just said whenever WACK want to cover up something he did, he's gonna do exactly what he's doing right now to prove his point. Why you didn't do that on No Jumper when they was asking you about what you did on that video? You see, he wasn't trying to find ways to prove us wrong like he's trying to do now. He's trying to cover his tracks. All right. So what I did say was, whenever I brought that up in one of my videos from the past, he recruited Gigi because he knew Gigi was the scorned woman, the bitter woman, the ex, he knew Gigi knew who he was because he knew all about Gigi. He knew
WACK was definitely the first person to give up Gizzy's name.
she was. They had prior conversations before she hit YouTube and he promoted her. He knew Gigi would be the one that would be able to get up on that stage and blurt out names with no hesitation. Nobody say he coerced her. He knew she would do that because she wanted to take down Loose Cannon at the time. But let's go. Run the content.
You nigga told the police that the individual in alley was your brother.
He never told nobody that the individual in the alley was his brother. All the shit he talking about his brother. Just listen. I'm gonna break it down to you. Just listen.
WACK for sure told on himself the first time. For sure. WACK for sure told on himself the first week it happened. But I'm gonna let y'all catch the rest of this chat. Y'all stay and kick you. Y'all already know the deal. We go. I'm trying to get to the part that I want to hear. This nigga talking slow as shit.
But I believe they probably been February, dog.
What? Listen to what this man just said. Watch.
What make his sense? Yeah. Shit that happened in No Jumper. So
listen to what this man just said.
And I'm thinking he capped. I thought it was Pat.
About his house, because his brother is just playing the role of what WACK want him to play. He want to make it seem like, oh, this was Cannon doing this to me. No, nigga, you're a smoker, bro. Cannon kicked you out his house because you was doing smoked out ass shit in his house. Let's keep it real, nigga. Let's go.
Bambi, I just sent you a request on Instagram.
Because I thought it was Pat. Y'all don't remember when his brother got out of jail and I took him up in No Jumper?
No motherfucking way the police is burnt out, bro. That's not how it works. Listen to the rest of what he's about to say, and I'm sure you why it don't work like that. I'm to speak on how it don't work like that. And then we'll talking about, yeah, remember he stood up in courtroom and said, the charges is my brothers. Stop.
It just don't make sense.
My bad, I'm fast forwarding, y'all.
Now that's complete bullshit. They're at since I started going at his ass. His whole team's up, bro. Nobody has brains over there. Wait, dropping the ball, they not moving sloppy, they not doing none of that, bro. These motherfuckers is really trying to convince the internet that law enforcement knew somebody was locked up and they're trying to charge them with a crime as they were during the Trumpers.
Gino, what's up, fool? Hey, Gino, randomly, I talked to life people, man. I know I couldn't be out there and all that, but I talked to his people. I sent some chili over there, man. This nigga life, bro. And low-key, a part of me is pissed off at this nigga because I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. And Gino, you know where this gonna sound like I'm being heartless because one of our homies just passed away of cancer. But I'm pissed at this nigga for not being strong enough to fight because he was strong enough to fight. He gave up on himself. He gave up on a lot of things in life, and he let his addictions and he let his demons overtake who he actually was. Because I remember him before the addiction and before the demons. So for the homie to just let cancer beat him, that was an easy way out. And I'm not fucking with bro on how he made his exit. I'm not. I'm glad that he got peace. I'm glad that God took him. I'm glad that God watched him. But it was selfish because you let your addiction and your demons overtake the man that I know you were. And all you had to do was believe in yourself and get yourself together and stop feeling sorry and pathetic for yourself, and you would have been okay. I get it. Everybody go through what they go through. But Gino, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, bro. And you know how I am. So I'm looking at this nigga like, what's up with you, bro? What's up with you? Like, I can't love you more than you love yourself. You feel me? Like, come on, fool. I'm ready to whoop this nigga's ass. I'm ready to, yes, I'm ready to whoop the homie feet for dying. Yes, I am. I'm ready. Nigga, when I get to heaven, you owe me a fade, nigga. You owe me a fade because you took a whole way out. And it wasn't quite like doing it to yourself, but it was the same intention of. So, like, come on, fool. Like, man, that wasn't it. We don't move like that. We don't move like that, but whatever. I sent some chili to his people though. I sent some chili to his people for sure. Because they don't deserve that either.
It's hella like that. These old guys.
No, you ain't there. Like, they're gonna you ain't there.
I'm pretty sure they knew this man was in jail, bro. Like the whole layout of what they're trying to say is absolute just
It sounds just like that anyway.
comments all the time on have them say anything.
I'm trying to figure out the part about R&B speed.
This is who he truly is. You know what I mean? This is something WACK does with multiple women. If you go look at my Instagram, there's already 2 or 3 clips up with him doing this. Women. I wouldn't say transmissions. Women. We have yet to see a transmission face in a video. Okay, but man, if y'all don't know who this girl is,
Okay.
I don't even want to see her. 2024. How you ain't know none of these niggas? You don't know none of these niggas. He's a liar. Cap. Now, y'all probably wondering.
Okay.
This on the screen.
Here this is. Boom.
I don't even want to see the rest. I can't put 2024. How you ain't know none of these niggas? You don't know none of these niggas.
Okay. So out of a 50-minute video, the last 10 minutes is what I was looking for. Out of a bicycle behind me, WACK next to me, I gotta look over both shoulders. Out of a 50-minute video, the last 10 minutes is what I'm looking for. Let's jump into it. I be a book.
Y'all probably wondering who is this on the screen.
Charlie Brown is stupid.
Y'all don't even want to see the rest. I can't put the rest on the screen.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Who's this person?
This is more proof.
And then with WACK, you can't say who's this man, who's this woman, because you never know what gender pronouns to use. So I'm just gonna say who's this person.
WACK100 being a liar. So if y'all don't know who this girl is on the screen,
that's a girl.
This is Justice on the one side. This is the girl that, you know, he claimed he didn't deal with for so long. But as you can see, he's back on who he is, who he truly is.
Hey, why is he in the car again? You see WACK at the top right corner? Why is he in the car? Right there. You see that little guy right there? That nigga's in the car again. You know what it means when WACK is in the car. When WACK picture come up and he in the car, you already know what time it is. It's clobbering time. It's clobbering time. We finna go crazy. Hand-to-hand combat.
This is something WACK does with multiple women. If you go look at my Instagram, there's already 2 or 3 clips up with him doing this with women. I wouldn't say transmissions, women. We have yet to see a transmission face in a video, okay? But this is what he does with multiple women behind R&B's back. Supposedly there was a situation going on where he was getting accused of messing around with the girl Justice, and there's your proof on the screen that he did. Now, I got the whole video. I won't put it out, but I know a reliable source that might reach out and say, hey, I'll put it out. Probably the transmission again. And like I said, this just furthermore proves who this man is. Now, I want to just dive into something real quick because
he about to dive in. WACK coming with the splash.
it's really
wild.
The transmission, after the whole trying to cover up him being the first ones to give up the names for the homies from IBM, Adam, and Adam told the police when they picked him up. F all that, right?
Okay. F all that.
Point out this man's behavior as a grown ass man, as a public figure, who, you know, children see every day, all day on the internet. Okay. Now, allegedly, that this man does this consistently. There was something that Munchie B mentioned. I forgot the exact word.
Wait, he's a habitual public pin 15 pounder. So he publicly pounds a pin 15 often. If you don't know what a pin 15 is, take a piece of paper, write PEN 15 on the piece of paper and tell me what that spells. He's a public pin 15 pounder. This is preposterous. Positively preposterous that he's a public pin 15 pounder. Just Perpetual pen 15 powder. This is preposterous.
But this man's always, ready to go. Like he's a type that carries a certain vibe, like where it would be a problem to leave your.
Oh, Bambi said he into voyeurism. Okay, he afraid. Okay, he trying to come along and ride on this freaky ass voyage. He said, come along and ride on this freaky ass voyage. Slip and slide. You better look, ride, slide, slip and slide. Better not look in that passenger side when whack ride by. For sure. For sure.
Children around this man because his behavior. Now, I've been pointed out it's not normal, but allegedly, this reliable source
Bambi, you get my request on Instagram?
told me that the video that was exposed by the transmission was done. That video was recorded, screen recorded. Remember, WACK100 tries to use wordplay to trick you guys. He sat up on no jumper and he mentioned something about, well, if I sent this video to somebody, then there should be a trace of me sending it to somebody, right? That's not what happened. Go look at my Instagram over a year ago when I posted a clip of that video. The transmission told me that it was on FaceTime and it was screen recorded. So no, there's not going to be nothing sent from WAC to anybody because it was screen recorded. That was actually a FaceTime call. They clipped their face out and just had him on the screen. But allegedly, that video was done right after WAC dropped R&B's kids off, her two sons at the schools. Allegedly, he did that in the car right around the corner from an elementary school, bro.
This man is jackhammering around the corner from the. He did what around the corner from an elementary school? This shit crazy. This shit crazy. It's a lot going on in the world, man. You got big banks shaking up the streets of Atlanta, interviewing with 6ix9ine. Last week, WAC was over here, meet out, mangling. This week, you got WAC, meet out at the elementary school around the corner. It is a lot. A lot. I don't know if y'all seen Soul Claim, but a lot going on. But awful lot of. Around the corner from an elementary school. So this nigga done stole the church. Let's just wrap up what's going on in this live. For those of y'all watching the video, we've been on live for almost 2 hours now. Let's just go ahead and wrap up what's going on here. This nigga done stole the church. Let's start from the top. This nigga Wagner stole the church. Yes, this nigga stole the church. If you think I'm lying, go back and watch my video, not the video before this one, the one before that. This nigga stole the church. That happened. What the fuck is he gonna do with the church? I have no idea. But he gonna figure it out, and he stole the church. Number two, he done whooped out Moesha's boyfriend. The nigga that played Moesha's boyfriend on Moesha, he done whooped him out. And he done halfway whooped out his girl. Halfway whooped out his girl with all the Bloods and Crips and Serenos begging for a fade. You done whooped out Moesha's boyfriend. Wild. Wild. That. And now you no. And you didn't get the police the name, and the numbers of the IBM niggas who was in the no jumper fight. You didn't did that. That's three things you did. The fourth thing, you're pulling weeds. You're pulling weeds around the corner from the school. You are not a gardener, sir. Stop pulling your weeds. You are not a gardener. You are not a gardener. Like, my nigga kidnapped the whole sanctuary, nigga. Gino, like, nigga, the whole sanctuary, nigga. The whole sanctuary, my nigga. This nigga took Leap of Faith Community Tabernacle Baptist Church. Like, what? And then you pulling weeds? Well, what do you expect out of a nigga? Okay, let's just be real. Let's just be real. It all kind of fits the same characteristics. The nigga who stole the church, snitched, beat up an actor, and was pulling his weeds around the corner from elementary school. It all makes sense for it to be the same person. I'm just saying. It all makes sense. Like, this does fit the category in the, of one person. I'm just saying. It doesn't seem far-fetched for this to all be the characteristics of one individual. You feel me? I'm just saying. A place to pray. Hey, look, that nigga WAC was giving praise as he worshipped. You feel me? So I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. Just,
Like, that is a crime. If you are on the side of a road in broad daylight and you're pulled over doing that,
why are we still talking about whacking a transformer? Why are you listening to it? And just for the record, why you all interested in transformer meat? We're not talking about that. We talking about Wack getting caught around the corner from R&B son's school pulling his weeds. So the only one over here thinking about transformer meat is you, sir. You, sir. You the only one in here looking for a butcher. You the only one in here looking for a butcher. You feel me? What's up, is it Gabar? Gabar, what's the deal, fool? Yeah, so the only one looking here for a butcher is you, big dog. The only one in here looking for you, the one in here looking for a meat shop. You the one in here looking for the sausage factory. You the one in here looking for a custom made sausage with the casing. You feel me? You the only one in here trying to get your beef grounded up into a sausage. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What's the deal, bro? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? We over here talking about how Wack got caught around the corner from R&B Kids School pulling weeds. He's a weed puller. He got to stop pulling stuff. He got to stop pulling stuff.
which he has done to, if you look at that picture I just put on the screen, he's in the car again. Okay? He's in the car. This is what this man do. I was told allegedly that this man could not wait and told these women verbatimly he can't wait to drop R&B's kids off at the school so he could pull right around the corner from the school and do what he knows best. Like I said, this is a public figure. This man is scary, bro. This is not normal behavior.
Now, it's not far-fetched to think that Wack has these type of behaviors because he was caught sending a link to Adam 22, even though Adam 22 said don't send it to him. He did do that. And there is audio out of R&B saying that he wants to groom somebody. So, that's R&B put the video of the link out and the content out of Wack saying that he wanted to groom a little girl. So it's all alleged. It's all alleged. It's all alleged. It's crazy. This right here is absolutely Barnacle's work. But I'm gonna just shut my mouth and get to the rest of this.
When you go research this type of behavior in people, these are typically the people who have done things and probably have gotten away with doing things because the urge, like it's sickening. It's absolutely sickening. I'm trying to figure out how R&B even has her children around this man. R&B, no, like I said, R&B is so stuck in the game and the clout from dealing with this man. She's overlooking how dangerous this.
Wait, how old is R&B to have kids my kid's age? I'm 36, so it makes sense for my kids to be 11-year-old and 6. R&B, how your kids like the same age as my kids, and you're like 50? And then Wack, where your grown kids at? Them ain't they little brothers. Who are these kids? Where these kids come from?
This man really is, bro. This man is sitting in the car parked right around the corner from an elementary school, allegedly
Going crazy.
what he's doing and did it numerous of times. This is the man y'all choose to do business with.
Is this your king?
That a lot of people have on their major platforms. When you're pulling around the corner from elementary schools after dropping off 2 little kids and doing what you're doing, insane and fucking sane. And as you can see, I just seen the clip on Back on Fig. They confronted him about the video of the transmission. He said the same thing he said on No Jumper. Oh man, I just seen Obama in the lowrider, deflecting. And hurry up and got off the phone. He's a liar. This man is a creep. Like I said, no matter how you put it through and through, the man is sick, bro. This is a sick-minded individual.
Everybody's allowed to SMH except for Daytona 550. Everybody's allowed to SMH except for Daytona 550 because he came in here looking for Wack and looking for a butcher shop. We not gonna forget. Don't SMH now. Nah, nigga, you just came in here cheerleading for this. We all saw it. Chat, did we all see it? Chat, did we all see it? Everybody's allowed to SMH but the Daytona nigga. You came in here cheerleading and trolling, talking ish about a nigga who's around the corner from elementary school spanking a monkey. Everybody's allowed to SMH but that nigga. Shame, Daytona. Shame. Everybody shame him. Shame. 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 Now you saying you the zesty ninja. So now you're in here looking for meat and you're watching what you think is a zesty ninja. Shame. 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 You are getting all these answers wrong. You are getting all these answers wrong. So you say that I'm zesty, but you came in here searching for me and you watching somebody who you think is zesty. Shame. I would never do either. Shame. 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 Shame that nigga. Shame that nigga. Go to Munchie B page. Munchie B got a whole gallery of WACK100 whack weed whacking on his shit. You feel me? Go check out over there. More shame. More shame. Capital letters. Shame. Shame that nigga. Shame that nigga. Charleston White Voice. Shame that nigga. Shame that nigga. Make him uncomfortable as he made everybody else when he came here looking for sausage. This nigga out here looking for some sausage. On YouTube out here looking for some sausage. In my chat trying to see wax sausage. Sausage. You a sausage searching ass nigga, boy. Don't come in here sausage searching. Stop sausage searching, nigga. You came in here sausage searching. Nigga came in here legit sausage searching. You's a burger buster. Get up out of here, you burger busting sausage searcher. You's a burger busting sausage searcher, nigga. Get up out of here, nigga. Get up out of here, you burger busting sausage searcher. Nigga, get up out of here, nigga. This ain't the meat market. Nigga, chill up out of here. This is the produce section, bro. Ain't no meat over here. It's all produce. It's all produce, bro. It's all produce, bro. Came in here to get a peek. Nigga, you's a weirdo. You's a weirdo, you sausage searching burger buster. Oh my God. Jockstrap juggler. Shame. Shame this nigga. Shame this nigga. Burger busting ass nigga. Sausage searching. Nigga out here looking for a brats, nigga. That nigga out here looking for a brats, nigga. Get up out of here, Cheddarsworth. Cheddarworth. Boo. Tomato, tomato. Burgers and sausages in the chat. Burgers and sausages in the chat. Throw some tomatoes at that nigga.
Like I said, there's so many other routes he could have took with getting a hotel room or waiting for R&B to leave the house if she was there and he didn't want to do it. Watch it. That man cannot wait to do what he does, and he
Whack. Why are you, first of all, you go in the bathroom and you put this, you go in the bathroom with your AirPods or you put the phone on mute and you lock the door and you run the shower like the rest of us, okay? And you hide from the kids, and you hide from your girl, and you go into the bathroom that's in your room, and you lock the bedroom door, then you lock the bathroom door, and you take a moment to yourself like the rest of us, all right? In front of the kids at school, inappropriate. 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 You do what the rest of us do. You go in your room, you lock the door, you go in the bathroom, in the master bathroom, and you lock that door too, so now you got 2 layers of protection, and you do what you gotta do. Then you get in the shower, and you wash your sins away like the rest of us, okay? Going crazy in the middle of the day around the corner. And it's not even the middle of the day. This is drop-off time out of elementary school, nigga. It's like 8:30. Going crazy at 8:30 in the morning, nigga. That's a 12 o'clock noon and after activity, bro. Get your day started first. Accomplish something, okay? Accomplish. Go accomplish something before you start weed whacking. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. That nigga said, laugh now, cry later, my boy ATL Small. I would have unalived you. Unalived you. Gino. You boy. Nigga, oh my God. You know what's my favorite thing about the South? I could have caught a body, and the only thing I would have had to worry about is possession of a firearm as a felon. I would have beat that. Nigga, what? I would have. What? What? Boy, Gino's my homie in real life who met me in Atlanta because I was tripping on niggas. Gino didn't meet me doing nothing else but tripping on niggas. My introduction to the whole studio where me and Gino kicked it was me tripping on Skipper the Flipper and fucking what's the fourth Migo? Skipper the Flipper is the fourth Migo. That's what I was tripping on. The fourth Migo, Skipper the Flipper. He's a hoe. Tripping on this nigga and like 15 other niggas. Tripping. Going big. Nigga, what? I wish I was in Atlanta. I would have gave you an address. You would have pulled up and I would have stood my ground. They chased me out of Cali, but I'm on Lawson Ave right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. Man, I would have what? 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 I would have put on and squeezed it, nigga. What? Nigga, suck on this. Pow. Nigga, suck on this. Pow, nigga. Shut your stupid ass up, nigga. Oh my God, off the Jimenez. I wouldn't even get you the 43X. I would have hit you with the 22 off the Jimenez. Off the Yemi. I would have hit you with the Yemi. Gino, remember my little Jimenez, my little pocket rocket? I wouldn't even hit you with the 43X. I would have hit you with the Yemi. With the Jimenez, nigga. The Jimenez, watch that little deuce bounce around you like a fucking game of pinball, nigga. Bing, 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 bing. 100 points. 100 points. What? 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 Free body. Free body. All I gotta worry about is an assault. Come on, my nigga. Come on, my nigga. Come on, bro. Nigga, all I gotta worry about is a 5-year sentence as possession of a firearm as a felon. I'm catching one. I'm catching a hack, nigga. That was the best thing about being in Georgia. Nigga, how I'm tripping. I'm letting it off. I'm letting it off. You aggressive? I'm a popper. Pow pow. Yeah, nigga, what? I'm letting it off. You got tension? Oh, you don't fight? Oh, I want to get down. Oh, you don't do no fighting? Bow. Look at you, stupid. Look at you, stupid. Trip to Grady. Trip to Grady. Trip to Grady. Get the fuck up out of here. Get the trip to Grady. Better yet, Daytona 550. What part of Atlanta you in right now? What part of Atlanta you in right now? Because I feel like you ain't even in Atlanta, nigga. What part of Atlanta you in right now? What's your cross streets, nigga? What's your cross streets to get put on my chat? What's your cross streets right now, nigga? Where you at? Where you at? What part of Atlanta you in? Nigga said I'm in Macon. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I'm in Macon. Nigga, now you're in timeout. Stop talking, nigga. Shut the fuck up. Talk about I be in Atlanta. Even if I was in Atlanta, you in Macon. Nigga, to all my LA niggas, that's like me saying I'm in LA and this nigga goes, oh, well, I ain't tripping. I'm in Eskin. I'm not even Escondido. That's not even, I'm in Sacramento. Nigga, get the fuck up out of here, nigga. Get the fuck up out of here, nigga. I'm in Macon. So even if I was, this nigga talking about Atlanta small. But it's okay, so if I was in Atlanta, you're still 2.5 hours away, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. You in here searching for me. Go to your local butcher, my nigga. Before I get them Dunkin' Block niggas to whoop your ass. Before I get them Dunkin' Block niggas to whoop your ass, nigga. Like I don't got the homies in Macon. Like I ain't been to the Turtle Club doing my shit, nigga. Stop playing with me, nigga. I'm ghetto. Like I ain't been through the Turtle Club doing my shit in Macon, nigga. How them niggas from Dunkin' Block get on your shit, nigga? Shout out to them Dunkin' Block gangster cribs. How them niggas get on your shit, nigga? Stop playing. Like I ain't been to the Turtle Club, nigga. That's a real thing in Macon. If you know about Macon, the Turtle Club, it's some trap shit. It's extra grimy, extra grimy, extra grimy. And niggas don't go to the Turtle Club unless you invite us to the Turtle Club because niggas don't make it out the Turtle Club. It's not a loose cannon joke. It's actually called the Turtle Club, and it's a very dangerous place. Very dangerous place. But they showed me love because it's always a treat when players meet, big dog, and real niggas recognize real niggas. You feel me? Real niggas recognize real niggas. This nigga said I'm in Macon. Nigga, now you in timeout. Stupid bitch.
He did it. Yeah, it's a big matter, bro. This man is sick.
Yeah, wacky is sick.
And y'all better pay attention to who y'all dealing with. There's no way this man, it just keeps popping up on FaceTime in the car doing this shit. Whether it's with a transmission, whether it's with a woman, he's doing it in broad daylight on the side of the road around the corner from elementary schools, bro. Allegedly. But this is info that I got from somebody.
Wow.
A reliable source. Okay? Pay attention. He's a master manipulator. He uses who he is for people to be comfortable.
So Macon, well, really, Jeezy is from Hawkinsville. Young Jeezy is from Hawkinsville, Georgia, but he was raised in like Macon. So when Jeezy be banging Crib, he banging Dunkin' Block. I think it's 2800 block Gangsta Crib. I know they Dunkin' Block Gangsta Cribs, but I think they 2800 block. Excuse me if I got it wrong. But I know they Dunkin' Block Gangsta Cribs, and that's where Jeezy is from. Dunkin' Block Gangsta Cribs. You feel me? And then Jeezy comes to Atlanta, and he's like, yeah, I'm banging Crib. But he's from a Macon gang called Dunkin' Block Gangsta Crib. Now, I actually respect the niggas banging Macon Crib gangs more than niggas who adopt LA gangs because at least Dunkin' Block is an actual street in Macon, Georgia. Dunkin' Block. It doesn't make sense, in my opinion, for niggas from outside of LA to be banging things like Rolling 60s and Hoovers and 40s. Me and Gino have had this conversation a million times. He knows that I don't think that it makes sense at all. But how you gonna bang 60s when you never been to 60th Street? How you gonna bang Hoovers when you never been to Hoover Street? How you gonna bang A-Tray Gangsters if you never been on 83rd Street? How you gonna bang BPS when you ain't never been to the jungles? Well, it's kind of not the same, but how you gonna bang Jungle Stones if you ain't never been to the jungles? That's a good one. How you gonna blame VNG if you ain't never been on Van Ness? You feel me? So I like that the Macon niggas, they Crips, but they Duncan Block gangster Crips because Duncan Block is a street within Macon, Georgia, so they bang their own hood. I respect that and it makes sense. And yeah, them niggas in Mactown getting to it. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. That's where I learned to that's in Macon is where I learned to put a shoestring on that woo-wop. Put a bag over it, put a shoestring on it, get to yanking that feather mucker like it's a lawnmower. Nyah, 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 get to nyah, 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 nyah. Pulling that shoestring, boy. Boy, that shoestring, get to pulling with the bag around that. Nyah, 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 get to pulling that shoestring, nigga. Woo. Nyah, 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 nyah. Look like Wack when he going crazy. Pulling the shoestring, you looking like Wack when he going crazy. Just crazy. Wrist going. Shout out to the Wack wrist. Everybody do the Wack wrist. Everybody do the Wack wrist. Barnacles.
With him, so many people are caught up with, oh, I get to deal with WACK100, so I'm part of the 100 side, so I'm a ride for dude because he acknowledges me. He's taking advantage of y'all, man.
Wack rides on himself.
The women, I feel sorry for the women because they clearly have been taken advantage of. These women in these transmissions, he's using who he is to get it, and he's not giving a fuck who he does wrong in the process. R&B just dumb. Kim wasn't having it, obviously. And I don't blame her for leaving this dude. This dude is sick. And I guarantee Kim know he's sick. This is not normal behavior, bro. It's not.
Yeah, there's nothing normal about hanging out around the corner from elementary schools, going crazy. Nothing cool about that.
All right, so let's get back to WACK100 trying to cover his tracks again. 1 minute, he's saying Alex Alonso said the names first.
All right, man. So we about to the next one. Y'all know the deal. Red dots to the left. You know the rest. We gone. Chat. Y'all been beautiful. Y'all been great. I'll be back later on. Stay safe, man. I'm about to go to the gym. WACK100. Keep your hands to yourself.